and it had to develop a internal constitutional document that establishes what are the objectives, the aim, what are the functions of this international organization. That document was the UN Charter, the United Nations Charter, that was dated on 24th October 1945. The UN Charter, as I was mentioning, established what are the functions of the United Nations. And it says, okay, the United Nations is there to promote peace, security, and human rights for the world's development. So these are the pillars and the main objectives of the United Nations. Peace and security, human rights for the world's development. And this time is the first in the history of humanity where the term human rights is being mentioned. It's being mentioned, but it's not being explained. Everybody knew very well what rights are, because we've seen how different societies struggle to have their own different rights, and different groups of people struggle also in the history of humanity to have their own rights. But the first time that that in the United Nations Charter they mention it human rights, not just rights. They add that part of human rights. So there was this question: what do they mean with human rights? So the United Nations nominated a committee to elaborate on that term that had just been born, human rights. And this is how 3 years later that committee came out with another document that is very important.